Welcome to Candid Conversations. I am your host, co-host, Coach Ken Canion, a.k.a. the professor, a.k.a. the doctor, alongside my co-host. Hey, what's up, Shouty?
Sound like you be saying my co-host sometimes.
Co-ho?
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying co-host.
Yeah, but you don't say this.
Huh?
Never mind. Hi, how are you guys doing? Thank you so very much for joining the Grand Canyons on this evening. You could be anywhere, but you're here with us, and for that, we are extremely grateful. So last week's show was really good. Thank you guys for all the responses. And we would also like to put out there, if you have any questions or concerns or anything, please do not hesitate to send your letters or your comments to Coach Ken or myself. We love the letters, so please keep them coming.
All right. So first, we want you to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Also, notification bell, so you get it when we drop another video. All right. So, and also the sponsor of the show. I need to tell you how to sponsor. Pocket Communication Coach. When you need to say it and you don't know how to say it, the Pocket Communication Coach is the first and only AI-powered communication tool created by yours truly to tell you what to say, when to say it,
and how
to say it. All right. So what we got is we got a video.
We have a video.
We got a video. All right. I did the Pocket Communication Coach. Hey y'all, just this live TV, just so you know, one of my producers was like, sponsor, you got to say the sponsor. I said the sponsor. They always get on me about the sponsor.
You just never said it so
short. She apologized. That's unusual. All right, y'all.
That's when I'm wrong. Damn.
All right, y'all. You don't never apologize, baby.
That's not true, Kenny.
When? Okay, maybe you do.
That's not true.
I'm just playing.
True.
You do apologize sometimes.
I apologize when I'm wrong. I apologize when I'm not wrong.
That's how I feel. Apologize when I'm not wrong. For real. Now I know.
I can't never do nothing by myself. He always got to do. That's how I feel. I be like, oh my God, I'm having cramps. He be like, oh, me too.
But you used to say.
I be like, oh, my breasts are so tender. Oh, mine too. I can't do nothing by myself. Nothing.
Okay, everybody laughing in here. All right.
Okay, guys, tonight we have a video. And so we would like...
it's a deep video, too.
It's a great video. So check out the video.
No. I don't believe in unconditional love. You can't just love someone no matter what they do. I mean, damn, there have to be conditions, right?
Of course, no one should allow anyone to treat them badly or accept abuse of any kind. But that's not what unconditional love is about. It's about having empathy while erasing judgments. No strings attached. It's selfless. It's reciprocal and real. It's not a myth. Based on what you just shared with me about your upbringing, sounds like something that you didn't receive as a child. I mean, your mother didn't choose you when it came to your stepfather. Your father chose addiction over you, at least in your eyes. Has anyone ever said to you, I love you, I'm here for you, and I'm not leaving no matter what?
No. No one.
Maybe that's why you don't believe it exists. Because for you, it never has.
I love that video. So what, please tell me your thoughts on unconditional love. Well, just tell me what your thoughts are on the video first, and then
I
we'll
was
go into
gonna
that.
tell you my thoughts on the video, and then I was gonna ask you a couple questions.
Okay.
I have some stuff that I wanted to ask you. I wrote down on my phone, and I wrote it down just so you would know, and so I would have it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So here it is, and I'm writing it down. All right. So, all right. What is your definition of unconditional love?
I think for me, unconditional love is love without boundaries. I think it is love. Unconditional love to me is like you come to me as you are. You know, whether you're broken, whether you're just whoever you are, you come to me and I accept you as you are, and I love you. I think that's what it is. You just love people in spite of who or what they are.
Okay, you love people in spite of who or what they are. Do you love people in spite of who or what they do? See, that's a different scenario.
It is a different scenario.
So you love me unconditionally for who
but
I am.
I think unconditional love, what a person does, has nothing to do with it. I think unconditional love, you love that person for just being, for just who they are, for just the individual, not anything that comes with it, the good or the bad. It's just, I love you because you're you.
Okay. All right. So now, so here's the thing about unconditional love. I thought about that, and I thought about it from a perspective of, do I truly love unconditionally? If you think about it, animals love unconditionally. Our dog loves us. If I beat him, he gonna be under the bed till he think I'm not mad, which I don't hit him often. I don't beat him often unless he does something he know he ain't supposed to do. But I'll probably tap him about 2 or 3 times, but he'll come back to me and he'll be like, he'll love on me. Well, the thing is, that's unconditional love. You'll love me no matter how I treat you. But I don't think humans are that way, and I don't think we should be that way. Or is it that we could love you unconditionally, but we don't necessarily have to be with you unconditionally?
I think that's what it is. I was going to say, I can love you and not ever see you again. You get what I'm saying? Think about people who love Beyonce, but will never ever be in Beyonce's presence. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like people, you love who you love. Unconditional love. I'd like to know, audience, what is your definition of unconditional love? I looked it up, and what I got is love without conditions or expectations or anything in return. It's loving someone because they exist, not because of their actions or any of their achievements. It's accepting one with all of their imperfections, you know, with all of their sassiness, with all of their back talk. And unconditional love to me is usually reserved for parents and children, your spouse. Very seldom do you have, or someone with a deep friendship, very seldom would you have unconditional love for your neighbor.
Okay, so I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Is unconditional love, can it be toxic?
Most definitely it can.
Okay. Tell me a situation where you can be toxic.
A man or a woman beating your tail, but you love, you know, you're trying to love them beyond their fault. Or, you know, like they're a good person. When they not beating me, they so kind and they so caring. And so I feel like it can be toxic.
Can I tell you where unconditional love is toxic? And a lot of people ain't gonna like it.
What?
Parents, especially black parents, love their kids unconditionally many times, and it's toxic. And let me just explain it. Because a lot of children treat their parents like shit. They will be disrespectful. They will dishonor their parents, and the parents in their effort, because they've been taught you love your kid through it all. And I think that you have to be willing to say, even with my child, I'm done with the unconditional love. That's just my personal opinion. You told me something not too long ago. You said even a bird, an eagle, pushes their little eaglets out the nest. You say a lion gets rid of their young. But what we do is we hold on to our young and we allow them, not everybody, not all situations, not all, but we allow them to be disrespectful or do whatever. And the unconditional love has become really toxic.
You know, in that situation, I feel like I can still love you unconditionally, though.
Okay.
I don't have to be there to accept whatever it is, but I can still, that's how my grandmother used to always say, you love them from afar.
Okay.
You know, and
that's fair.
you get what I'm saying? And so I think even in relationships too, there are some situations where a man may really love a woman but can't be with her, or the other way around, you know, for whatever, because it may be toxic. And so somebody being toxic doesn't diminish my love for them. It might diminish my like for them. But for me, if I loved you, it was real. If I said that I love you, like I don't play around with that. And so your actions doesn't stop me from loving you. It might stop me from liking you and being in your presence, but I don't think it can stop unconditional love. I don't, if it's unconditional.
Okay. And so here's my question to you. Is there even a such thing as unconditional love? So let me tell you how a lot of men feel.
We do a lot of things with conditions.
A lot of men feel like their love for them is conditional. Men, and I heard a man say this, that men are the only species where the love is conditional. If you provide for the family, if you take care of, if you got a job, Chris Rock said it. If you got a job, if you do this, if you do that, then we will love you. But if you don't do that, we won't. And I thought about that. I was like, dang, a lot of men feel like they're the only species where there's conditional love for them.
Let me tell you something. That's beautiful. Rainbows and unicorns and bullshit. I call bullshit. And I say that
You
because
call bullshit?
Yeah, I call bullshit on that. Because a
Your
woman
eyes
got
was crooked when you said it. Your eyes was cross-eyed when you said it.
Real, I mean, let's be real now. All of that was beautiful. It was so beautiful. And yeah. But a woman she got to look good. She got to keep her doggone weight. I mean, doggone, I ain't sucking in right now because we all in here. But if an extra person was in here, I'd be trying to make my doggone stomach touch my back. Just please, conditions. You got to have, well, men probably don't care about if you got teeth because they probably don't care about that. But
I care if you have teeth. I just want you to move them when it's necessary. I just need you to move them when it's necessary to move them. You can have you can have them, just be able to adjust them.
It's a nut. But what man doesn't require a woman to have these things? You get what I'm saying? Men there are always conditions that they have to have for women. I have never, ever, ever met a guy that didn't have some type of requirement for a woman to be in his presence.
But you said to be in my presence.
I mean, we talk about unconditional. You just said, well, love. It's the same. I'm talking about the same thing. I said something different, but you just said men are the only species where, and it's not true. Men require.
I've heard men say this. Chris Rock said it.
So it's got to be true.
I'm
This is before or after the smack?
I'm repeating. It was before he got smacked.
Okay.
Yeah. So he was in sound mind then.
Okay.
He was in sound mind then.
Okay.
If it was after he got smacked, I could say, okay, he got
was-
the
he
hell
was
knocked
bullshit.
out of
Okay.
and then he got a loose brain. But that's what I'm saying. That's what men feel. But can I say this to you?
Yes.
We're having this conversation. I believe you love me unconditionally. And I've seen you.
So I told you what unconditional love was to me. What is it to you?
You read something you got from ChatGPT.
No, I told you what I felt, and then I read. I didn't chat GPT this either, but and then this is straight Webster. And then I gave you the definition that I read, but I gave you what was in my head, heart first. So I want to know what you say unconditional love is. I wanted to call you something right there.
Okay, let me tell you what I think unconditional love is.
Okay.
I think unconditional love is the love that God gives. I think it's the love that God, people say there are different kinds of love, agape, all different kinds, eros. But I think unconditional love is the love that comes from Him that resides in us. Think about it. As a man, you've seen me get older. You've seen me look different. And the Bible says, love the woman from your youth. Okay? I love you the same way I did the woman of your youth. The one, and I still love you. And I love you even more. I was thinking about this the other day. I love you even more than I did then. And no matter what happens to us, to people around us, as we change, as we get older, that love that I have, that love that God put in me to love you is unconditional. I think that's what it is for me. I mean, I don't want to sound too deep. I am deep. I'm a deep motherfucker. But that's what I think it is. Because if we look at conditions, then when we change, the love changes. Think about it. Your Joker gain weight, Joker loses muscle, Joker hair get gray, use color, but but you see what I'm saying? And I think I was sitting here thinking about it when I asked you. I was sitting here thinking about what that is. I want to say something. And we ain't gonna stay long, but I'm gonna say something. And people don't know this. You wonder why people fall out of love. Like a person been together 30 years and get a divorce, right? 20-some years why do you think they get a divorce? Well, here's why. Because during that 30 years of marriage, there were at least 4 evolutions of that person. 4 evolutions. They say every 7 years or sooner, there's a new evolution of you that appears. You're a different woman than you were when we first met, okay? But here's the thing. I fell in love with each evolution. Do you see what I'm saying? A lot of people, when they evolve, they no longer like the evolution. They no longer like the person that you've evolved into. They no longer care because you're different. And first thing, how do you know? Because the first thing they say, you've changed. Oh, they changed. Well, yeah, you have too. We've all evolved. And the evolution of that new person, can I fall in love with her? And that's what I've done on 4 or 5 different occasions, fell in love with the evolution.
That's so sweet. I'm going to do something real nice for you tonight.
Fall asleep? Kiara! You was in here sleeping a minute ago.
Just to make sure that you don't turn out to be a liar. That's exactly what I'm going to do. That's not what I had planned to do.
What had you planned to do?
I ain't even gonna tell you.
All right.
I'm not gonna tell you.
All right.
Unconditional love.
Oh. All right. So, y'all. All right. We near the end. I want to read you from
Let
my.
me ask you this right here before we get off of that right
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Unconditional love. Do you think unconditional love should stay through neglect or abuse?
No. If the person is unwilling to stop neglecting and stop abusing, no. Because as you said, I can love you from afar, but I don't have to subject myself to abuse to love you.
Okay, that's good. That was just a question that I had for you, and we went around the corner.
You know we always go around the corner.
Around the corner.
All right, y'all. The game. For those of you who don't know, we created the Moment of Truth game. It is a card game. We had a card game long before everybody else had a card game. And this is the classic version, sex version. All right. And so what we're going to do, and every week, we ask a question from one of them. You know, that freak over there asked for the last show, one of the shows she asked from the sex version. So I'm going to go from the regular
You
version.
call me that freak over there?
Yeah. You're my freak, baby. You're a freak now. You weren't a freak when we met, but I turned you into one.
Now you're going to be having all these dudes in my inbox.
Okay.
You'll be trying to holler at me. Because you told them I'm a freak. Not.
Okay, here you go. Your relationship just ended and you have a lot of gifts from your ex. What do you do? A, toss them. B, give them back. C, sell them. Or D, it depends on how valuable the gifts are.
D for 300, Alex.
So it depends on how valuable the gifts
Depends
are.
on how valuable they are.
You wouldn't give them back?
No. They represent the moment. How you felt at the moment.
So let me ask you a
We was
question.
together at the moment.
So audience, what would you do? A, toss them. B, give them back. C, sell them. Or D, it depends on how valuable the
Depends
gifts.
on how valuable they are.
Let me ask you a question so we can end this. So if me and you plan on getting married, okay, we get engaged. I give you a ring. And we break it off.
Okay.
I should get my ring back because that ring represents marriage. And we did not get married.
The ring represents the moment in which you gave it to me. Now, we might not have fulfilled that moment, but it represents the moment that you gave it to me, and it is mine. And you shan't have it back. Ever. You gave it to me. I can't get no booty back. I done gave you, you done put 7,500 miles on me. I can't go, you can't go back and trip that thing back. You can't go back and push no button and make the miles go back. Nigga, that ring is mine. Thank y'all so much for joining the Grand Case tonight. I want to know what the audience, Ken, what would you do? Listen, nigga, hey.
I get a gift back.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm keeping all that shit. I thank y'all for joining us on this yet another Thursday evening. All that shit is mine. Y'all, thanks for joining us. Have a super duper fantastic Thursday evening. We love you guys so, so much for joining and tuning in. Have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday.
Damn. Okay.